Welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Wednesday, March 11. The island's murder toll climbed to 7 today. Police discovered the body of Kenrick Ricardo King of Licorice Village, St. Michael, in a bushy area of Welch's Road, St. Michael. Acting Station Sergeant Michael Blackman told reporters police were responding to reports of gunshots being heard in the area of Martinique Road when investigations led them to an area behind the gas station at Welch's where King's lifeless body was discovered. Meanwhile, investigations are continuing into the fatal shooting of 35-year-old Omar Phillips of Princess Royal Avenue in the Pine, St. Michael. The incident occurred around 11:20 last night at Golden Rock in the Pine. Health authorities today announced that visits to all government-run geriatric institutions will be restricted as the island readies itself for the public health challenge of COVID-19. Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Anton Bess said in an effort to protect the elderly population who are most vulnerable to the respiratory disease, visits will be restricted to the geriatric hospital at Beckles Road, St. Michael, the St. Lucie District Hospital, River Bay, St. Lucie, the St. Philip District Hospital, Jezreel, St. Philip, and the Gardens Common Hospital at Rock Hall, St. Thomas. With immediate effect, all visits by groups, including churches, schools, and service organizations, will be curtailed until further notice. Visits by relatives and friends will be restricted to regular visiting hours between 4 and 6 p.m. daily. In addition, persons experiencing sore throat, cough, runny nose, or fever are requested not to visit any of the facilities. Hundreds paid their last respects to popular entertainer William Smokey Burke today. Family, friends, members of the entertainment fraternity, and local officials attended his funeral service at the New Dimension Ministries at Barbary Hill, St. Michael. Burke, who died on February 26, was fondly remembered as a loving father, a top entertainer, and genuine friend. His close mate, the Most Honorable Anthony Gabby Carter, choked back the emotion as he read a tribute he penned for his lifelong friend.
Sometimes the judges were not kind to him. It never phased or made him dim. Let us be honest, class is class. Smokey's writing is hard to surpass. His chord structure, let me tell you now, made our top musicians smile and bow. The year he was miles ahead, he got ill. That's when we saw the real fighter in Bill. He never gave up once, nor did he complain. He would say, man, are you okay? Through all the hurt and pain. And so this morning, with tears in many an eye, we say farewell, adios, goodbye. For me, personally, this is very sad. Rest well, my body, Smokey, for you will always be. One of the greatest artists Barbados ever had.
Culture Minister John King urged the gathering to appreciate and show love to family and friends daily, as he noted that Smokey did not get the praise he deserved.
That the fun-loving spirit, hearty laugh, a huge appetite, figuratively and literally, of Smokey will be with you always. In your good days, in your not-so-good days. In your goings and your comings, pun intended, Smokey. In your memories and in your hearts. I say to you, keep his presence around you by singing his songs. Play them in your homes, in your cars. Share them with your relatives, neighbors, friends. You have the distinct pleasure of interacting and knowing Smokey in a way the general public would never be able to.
Prime Minister Mia Mottley, the current chairman of CARICOM, arrived in Guyana today with her CARICOM counterparts to hold talks with Guyanese officials. She is accompanied by Grenada's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt of Dominica, and Dr. Keith Rowley of Trinidad and Tobago. As they settle down to tackle issues surrounding the conduct of last Monday's elections, Guyana's Chief Justice Roxanne George Wiltshire ordered the Guyana Elections Commission to restart or continue the verification of the results for Region 4 from tomorrow at 11 a.m. The judge ruled that GECOM cannot declare the overall results until the returning officer complies with the law and set aside the declaration made last Thursday. Prime Minister Motley will meet with President David Granger, representatives of the APNU and AFC coalition, the opposition PPP, and other parties which contested the elections.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Craft Center. Kick off the weekend this Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight with loads of food, drinks, and entertainment. Get ready for Crop Over with the Rhythm Roots Street Parade. Party like it's Kadooman Day on the street around Pelican Village with costume reveler, music, and more. It's Festive Friday. It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Village Center from 4 p.m. to midnight. Admission free.
To regional news now, Jamaica records its second case of COVID-19. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton confirmed the second imported case via Twitter this evening. Dr. Tufton said the second case is a U.S. Embassy employee who returned from the UK. The two COVID-19 cases in Jamaica both involve people who traveled to the United Kingdom. The first case of the virus involved a citizen who had returned to Jamaica from the UK to attend a funeral. Meanwhile, Jamaicans have been rushing out to buy cleaning agents despite calls from authorities not to engage in panic buying. Vashan Brown of Television Jamaica has the story.
I'm standing outside Island Products Bulk Chemicals Manufacturing Companies, where we're told that it was pretty chaotic out here this morning. There was a traffic pileup. Many persons tried to get sanitization products. We're talking about bleach, rubbing alcohol. This all started from yesterday when the first case of COVID-19 was announced in Jamaica. Now, I am joined by Mrs. Martin, who is the owner of the company. First of all, Ms. Martin, when you came here this morning, just about how many people were here?
About 50 persons were already here this morning when we came, waiting to go in. We opened at 8 o'clock, and of course, since then, it has just been steady throughout the day. As you can see, the crowds, it's outside, and, it has really been overwhelming. I've had to close one of the departments and send all the staff here just to manage the crowd that we have encountered today.
On the international front, the World Health Organization today declared the novel coronavirus outbreak a pandemic. There are 118,000 cases, more than 4,000 deaths, the agency said, and the virus has found a foothold on every continent except for Antarctica.
WHO has been assessing this outbreak around the clock, and we're deeply concerned both by the alarming levels of spread and severity and by the alarming levels of inaction. We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic. Pandemic is not a word to use lightly or carelessly. It's a word that, if misused, can cause unreasonable fear or unjustified acceptance that the fight is over, leading to unnecessary suffering and death. Describing the situation as a pandemic does not change WHO's assessment of the threat posed by the virus. It doesn't change what WHO is doing, and it doesn't change what countries should do.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.